Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering Ukraine-Russia war spawns new infections, WhisperGate, and HermeticWiper. Rtgf Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu ransomware family, and a potentially unwanted program is pushing users to pushnot.com. In early 2022, tensions began building between Russia and Ukraine, which spawned a flurry of Russian-based hacks targeting all sectors of the Ukrainian economy. Now, with Russia having declared all-out war, hackers have ramped up their operations as new malware and ransomware attacks are targeting organizations in Ukraine and other NATO and EU countries. According to a recent alert from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, on January 15, 2022, the Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center disclosed that malware known as WhisperGate was being used to target organizations in Ukraine. According to Microsoft, WhisperGate is intended to be destructive and is designed to render targeted devices inoperable. On February 23, 2022, several cybersecurity researchers disclosed that malware known as HermeticWiper was being used against organizations in Ukraine. According to Sentinel Labs, the malware targets Windows devices, manipulating the master boot record, which results in subsequent boot failure. Malware attacks are expected to also target the international community in response to the sanctions being set against Russia for their attacks against Ukraine. New attacks may also come from fellow cyberpower China, which has recently struck a new alliance with Russia, and it also has territorial ambitions, as evidenced by the instances of Chinese intimidation against the sovereign nation of Taiwan. In response to the heightened cyber activity against Ukraine, a group of volunteers known as the IT Army of Ukraine has been posting updates to their Telegram channel. They have been listing targets including Russian banks and cryptocurrency exchanges to strike in retaliation. Even the Security Service of Ukraine, or SBU, has started recruiting hackers with a message on its Telegram channel that reads, "Cyberfront is now open. Help Ukrainian cyber expert hack occupants' platforms." The story is far from over, with Russia going into a heightened nuclear alert in late February 2022. How do I remove HermeticWiper and WhisperGate from my computer? You should scan for and remove HermeticWiper and WhisperGate from your computer with the help of a reputable malware remediation program. The Stop Djvu ransomware family has introduced another variant known as Rtgf Ransomware. It mostly spreads via unreliable downloads, phishing emails, and questionable advertising content, like other similar strains. Rtgf Ransomware's operators seek a quick payoff from victims by encrypting their critical data and then demanding a ransom payment in exchange for a file decryptor. Rtgf Ransomware locks most file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. Victims will initially learn of the Rtgf ransomware infection when they discover encrypted files appended with the .rtgf suffix. They will then notice a ransom note on their desktop in the form of the _readme.txt document. The note asks the victims to pay either $980 or $490 for file decryption, depending on whether contact is made in the first 72 hours. It also provides the victim with contact information to communicate with the hackers. Should victims try to contact the criminals through helpteam@mail.ch or helpmanager@airmail.cc, they will be advised to send one file to the attackers to have it decrypted for free. Supposedly, this should work as proof that the hackers can unlock the victim's files upon receiving ransom payment. The emails can also be used to communicate with the hackers, but we never advise victims to engage with these criminals. They will certainly not help you for free, and paying the ransom never guarantees that you'll receive any decryption tools. How do I deal with a Rtgf ransomware attack? To mitigate potential damages in the event of a ransomware attack, it is advisable to keep backups of your valuable files that can be easily re-uploaded to another device. It is also strongly recommended that you employ a reputable anti-malware tool to scan for and remove Rtgf ransomware from your system. Browser hijackers are potentially harmful programs that can modify your browser settings to redirect you to questionable websites. Browser hijacker creators attempt to promote such websites, usually for a profit. Once installed, your browsing attempts will go through a series of redirects frequently without you even realizing it. Suppose you have recently noticed that your web browser pushes you towards pushnot.com. In that case, you may have previously visited a website and clicked an advertisement that led to a PUP download. Or you downloaded freeware that came bundled with a PUP. Generally, PUPs tend to be automatically pre-selected in the freeware installation wizard, so when you install freeware and go through the installation process, be sure to click on the custom or advanced setup option to ensure that you only install the program you want. Pushnot.com will try to trick you into clicking the displayed allow button and subscribing to its push notification services. Although this happens to most users who encounter this browser hijacker, the exact scenario you encounter could vary based on your IP address, geolocation, or browser type. Pushnot.com may also claim that they're performing a CAPTCHA check where users are greeted with the image of a confused robot accompanied by a message that may state something to the effect of, "Click allow if you are not a robot." Should you make the mistake of clicking the displayed allow button, you may experience an increase in the pop-up ads. Pushnot.com will also likely start showing you unwanted notifications, send you to pages that promote intrusive adware, browser hijackers, and PUPs, or cause forced redirects to other untrustworthy pages. How do I remove the potentially unwanted program associated with Pushnot.com? You can scan for and remove adware, browser hijackers, and potentially unwanted programs associated with Pushnot.com and other threats from your computer using a reputable malware remediation tool. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.